Okay.
Hey, Mike Love.
Hi, how you doing?
Man, I'm doing great. Thank you so much for taking time with us today. I know a lot of people are commanding a lot of your time, and I really, really appreciate this.
Well, we appreciate you letting people, giving people the good word that we're coming to Lubbock.
We are so excited. Of course, this Monday, March 7th, we're talking with the legendary Mike Love of the Beach Boys. Now, Mike, I'm just going to jump right into it. After touring pretty consistently for over 50 years, how many times have you been around the world?
Well, I don't know about around the world, but we've been all over the place. Last year, we did 175 performances.
Oh.
And just before Thanksgiving, we were in Australia and New Zealand. Came back for just a couple of days for Thanksgiving, and then headed out to Austria and Germany for December, where we did about 20 shows over in Europe.
My goodness.
So we've been getting around.
Boy, I tell you what, that Australia and New Zealand trip is a haul.
Oh, yeah. It's a good 14, 15 hours, something like that.
And then you jump off the plane and go perform.
Well, we did. I went from New York to Austria, and we drove up into the Austrian Alps. We had about 3 or 4 hours before our show, did our show, and then drove on the same night to Munich because we had to fly to Amsterdam to go to Rotterdam to do a rehearsal for what they call the Night of the Proms. We did like 20 shows in Germany.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, so that was a nonstop day, that's for sure.
Oh, man, I bet you have to take some good vitamins to keep up the pace you do.
Yeah. Well, yeah, we do have to. We're forced to live sensibly. Okay.
I understand.
We cannot screw around too much, because we're a vocal group.
Right.
We rely on singing to make a living, and we'd be out of business if we overdid it with smoking or drinking or any of that stuff. That's not on our agenda.
And let me ask you real quick, because of your voice, do you have to do special things when you go to different climates, to different countries? Does it affect your voice?
I don't think that has much to do with it, but what happens is if you don't sing for like a month solid and you're off for that amount of time, when you go back on the road, your voice is not as strong as if you sang every night for a month.
Okay.
So it's kind of like musculature. When you work out and or do yoga or some kind of thing to keep tone, your musculature stays in good shape. And it's the same thing I find with the voice. So as long as you don't do it any harm and you're using it, whether it's some people do vocal exercises. I do them sometimes. But primarily it's just the use of it keeps you in good shape.
Gotcha. Now, what is the biggest difference between performing in the U.S. and other places around the world? Is there a difference?
Mainly English. Anyway, we're off to Japan next month and Korea. Never been to Korea. Been to Japan a few times, but Hong Kong, Korea, and Japan we're going to in March.